This is your bonus video. So we're going to talk about body parts. Now, I'm not going to be able to go in depth with every single body part, but I'm going to give you a brief overview and give you a little bit of tips on the body parts that may be tripping you up a little bit. Okay? If you watched my previous videos, you saw that I went through the full body types. And I just want to give y'all a bonus on some body parts. Because you ain't, girl, I know my body type, but my body part, this body part, I don't really like. Okay? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, first body part I'm going to talk about is our upper body. Okay, the upper body we're going to first start with, say you have a short neck. Yes, if you have a short neck, what can you do to proportion your body out and accentuate your body? Wear a v-neck. It's one thing, wear a v-neck, elongate the neck area to make it look longer. Try open neckline like scoop neck, softer shoulder, depending on your body type, of course, and which one looks good proportion to your body. But those are ways to elongate the neckline. You want to avoid neckties, ruffles, high necks, turtlenecks, because your neck already looks short. So if you're trying to make it look shorter, then you're gonna look like you ain't got no neck. We don't want that. Also, another way, if you do like a longer v-neck, you can opt for longer necklaces, or if you don't have a v-neck, opting for a longer necklace kind of elongate. It also elongates the neck as well. So you don't want to do the chokers or the shorter statement necklaces, because once again, it's gonna look like you ain't got no neck. All right. Large bust. And we talked about this of just having like the top heavy. But if you have a large bust, another thing that you can do is invest in high quality bras for sure. And I asked in my other videos, so hopefully some people put in the comments, if not put in this one, what are some good bras to have for my busty ladies? Make sure you get fitted for bras at all the time. They say 6 months, but at least every year. Our bodies change. Our weight changes. It fluctuates. Make sure you get in your bra size, because it definitely affects your look. The rumples and bumbles in the back, the pain, the just make sure your tops look good, your dress looks good, and also if you want to talk about breast cancer awareness, that as well. Want to make sure that you are having a good fitted bra. So tip number 1 for the large bust. But make sure you also have like really good fitting tops and dresses. If you need to get, I know it can be pricey, but sometimes you can find a good price range on having a good tailor in your actual tops for you, because you have a larger bust. They may need to take out the seams, take them in, whatever they do. I'm not a tailor, but they can work magic and basically make that top look definitely a lot better for you. Crop coats. Cropped has been in style for a while now, right? The crop tops, the crop coats, the crop jackets. I love a good crop too. But for you, if you're very busty, it depends on the crop. You can wear it if it is proportionate out for you, but if it's really cropped and it's like really structured or puffy, like a puffer jacket, and it's too cropped for you, it's gonna make you look like the Michelin Man. And we don't want that for you. I don't want that for you. You don't want that for you. All right. Flat chest. So you're like, girl, I ain't got no boobs. I'm a size 8 cup. Or they don't even need to put a size because they just ain't got none. Okay. Wear a push-up bra. That's what I said when I said for my girls with the no curves. Wear a good push-up bra. Wear a good molded padded bra, right? To give you a little something, something. Play with layers, for sure. Layer it up, especially in the fall and the winter. It's a good time to layer it, so we can't even really see your chest area. Anyway, instead of wearing low cut tops, try something with a wide neckline instead. That's always something that you could do as well. That's for my smaller chest girls. Just play around with the look. Play around with it. Shoulders. This my section right here. If you watch other videos, I always talk about how I have broad shoulders. short story. When I was born, this is what I don't remember because I was a baby. But my mama always talked about this. My grandma said when I came out, because they didn't know if I was a boy or a girl, they was like, "Oh, I got a football player. You see them broad shoulders?" And then when I finished coming out, they was like, "Oh, the stem cut off," because I was a girl. So I've heard about me having these broad shoulders all my life, and I really do have broad shoulders. So for my girls with the broad shoulders, I can relate. We here, we here. Um, they say no to shoulder pads, and I told y'all about the story of me wearing shoulder pads. If you watch my other videos, I will still wear shoulder pads, but you got to definitely balance the look out, honey. Cause one time I tried to put on shoulder pads, I looked in the mirror. Like, girl, go take that off. I look like a linebacker. Like, that is not okay. I look like I should be playing football. My look was not balanced out. I was just looking in the mirror like, oh, this top is cute. Or, oh, that top was so cute on somebody. You know, I always do that. That top was cute on such and such. Or, it was cute. And it actually is still cute because I have the top I wore. Like I said, I've worn shoulder pads. I'm just not a huge fan of huge structured shoulder pads. And I have to make sure my look is balanced. Like I gotta wear a wide leg jean. I gotta wear a flare bottom, something to really structure to balance me out. But typically for broad shoulders, they would say no to shoulder pads. But you know we can play around with it if you know how to play around with it and you know how to style it. All right, for my broad shoulders, girls. Skater tops, skater dresses. That's what I said. If you do wear something, play around with it because we need to accentuate the bottom. So if you wear like shoulder pads, then we need to wear a flare bottom. Even if you don't have shoulder pads on, you just wear a top that is structured. We can wear a flare bottom, a wide leg pants. That is definitely going to make us look better. Also with broad shoulders, having the thick straps is better for us as well. I will wear a skinny strap top. I will wear off the shoulders, but I know how to balance my look. I know how to play around with my look because I do this. But if you don't know how to play around with your look, opt for the thicker tank tops, the wide straps, the puffy sleeves. Avoid if you don't know how to accentuate and balance your look out because you're going to look real broad up top because we already got them broad shoulders. Okay? All right. Narrow shoulders. So everything I just said, do the opposite. Wear the shoulder pads because you want to make it look more structured up here because you have really narrow shoulders. Um, I'm trying to think of, yeah, basically do everything else I said. No, one thing you can do is like to make it look more structured. You can scrunch your sleeves up is one of the things for those who have narrow shoulders. Scrunch your sleeves just gives you an illusion of that balanced look as well. Halter tops, I would say to, if you don't know how to balance it out, I would say avoid them. But look for tops that is definitely going to like be more structured, more sparkle, more drawn to like cutouts and details because it's really going to accentuate the upper body. Okay, it's really going to accentuate you. And it's going to give you more of that creating of more of a broad shoulder. The things that we had that we tried to minimize, we're trying to make a more broader shoulder for you because you have more narrow shoulders. Okay. Long arms. Long arms, shop tall. Okay. They typically have the petite size, the regular size, and the tall. If you got long arms, which I have long arms, but I guess not. It depends on the top because this one fits pretty good. Let me see this one. But I have long arms and long legs. So, but I can still typically, because I'm short, I still can fit in the regular section. But if your arms are like, girl, it looks like I got a 3/4 sleeve on, then I'll say try to fit more in the tall section. Okay. Push up or roll up your sleeve. Like if it does look like that, just push up your sleeves and roll it up and just, that is a look. Make it into a style, honey. Okay. 3/4 sleeves. If the tops already come like that, just wear that because then it's just going to look better on you because you have really long arms and it's already made that way. Makes sense. Short arms. So for short arms, I would say one thing that you can do is bare it all to make it look like you have longer arms. So you're going to want to have the ones with the full halter top because you're going to want to basically elongate your arms. That makes sense. Stripes. If you go with the vertical stripes, it gives you the illusion of length. Not the horizontal because that's width. But the vertical is going to make you look longer. So if you wear a vertical top, instead of going this way, go that way, and it's gonna make you look longer. Okay. Hope that helps. If you muscular, you working out, you got thick arms. Well, I say don't hide them, girl. Show them arms. Show them arms. Show them what you've been doing. Halter tops, racer backs, strapless. Yes. Show what you were working with. But if you like, I don't want to just show everything off, and you want to cover them up, then I'll say just fully cover them up. Then don't wear the real tight shirts. Don't wear the muscular, fitted shirts. Then just wear more of a, I'm just fully covering up my arms. You can't even tell if they're toned, if that's not your style. You don't want to see. You work out a lot, but you don't want people to see. Or you got thick arms and you like, they're not that toned, Toya. They're thick. So you can cover them up with a nice top, a nice blouse, and we cannot see that as well. So those are some things to consider. But one thing I have seen with working with women who have really thick arms, just make sure the armpit area, I know that area, depending on how thick your arms is, this area can get kind of tight. So you just gotta make sure the shirt is is working for you. Because if you can't hardly lift your arms up because it's so thick here and it's tight here, then that shirt ain't for you. Let that go. Okay, let it go. All right, we're gonna go with thin arms. So with thin arms, you can layer it up. If you like, my arms so thin, I would like it to look a little more thicker. Then layer it. Wear the oversized coats if you like, but make sure it's stylish because oversized is in. But make sure it's stylish. You can get the tailor to tailor your tops. That goes for thick and that goes for thin. So if you need them to take out some, then go ahead. You are a perfect example for those with the big volume arms. Have you seen it? That's definitely huge on the runway for fall 2024, winter through 2025. The big, I don't know what you want to call them. Maybe I'll call it angel arms. The big blouses with the big arms. You're great for those because your arms are thin. It's just going to look really good on you. It looks really good on the model body type and for the thin arms. So that's something that you can work with. Another thing you can do is definitely bulk it up. Once again, with the structure, sequins, zippers, buttons, embellishment to kind of accentuate that your arms are thin so we don't see it as much. And next I'm going to go with is the long waist. If you have a long waist, which I do not, I have long arms and long legs, but a short waist. But if you have a long waist, then rock longer tops. Okay. Monochrome, because monochrome gives you that full balanced look. Monochrome is definitely your friend. Put a belt around it. Raise your waistline, but putting a belt, tucking your top in, belting it out. And crop top. You have a good long waist, crop top it. Why not? All right, short waist. This is for me and for all my short waist ladies. Yeah. We're going to want to draw the eye down. Okay. So we can do the long skinny scarves. We can do the pendant necklaces, the V-necks. Because our waist is long, we're going to draw the area down. One thing which I'm not a fan of, but of course I was back in the day when it was really huge, and it's back out again, is the low rise jeans. I don't do low rise no more because I got the mom bod. But if you have a shorter waistline, having a lower waist jean would definitely give you that look of having a longer torso. It makes sense, right? Excuse me. If you have the protruding belly, so for my ladies who have more in the middle, if you are for my moms who are still having that mom bod and we haven't got, completely lost the mommy weight yet. If you have the protruding belly, confuse the eye with prints. Not too much prints now. But you can still the larger of the stomach with the prints. like having a printed top. Um, Define your waist with a belt, as I've stated before, right? Don't wear garments that are too clingy. The knit garments are typically not for you. If you do and you can, baby, you're gonna need a good body shaper. I've said that before because you need to go ahead and make some curves. Asymmetrical tops, peplums, are gonna be your friend, which I've already went through. If you didn't see already, watch my bigger in the middle video. And going into it kind of all ties together, but the post baby belly as well. Um, Avoiding the chunky and heavy rib tops. Just keeping everything balanced. Add accessories. We're trying to make sure that we are accessorizing to get our eyes not just on your belly. Wearing the longer scarves and necklaces. And again, just avoiding the really tight knit unless you are really have a good spandex. Okay? Love handles. Ooh, love handles. You know those little where you can squeeze onto on the side. If you have love handles, okay, lose the belt. Lose the belt because you want the jean to just cover over, or the pants or the skirt or whatever, cover over the love handle area, right? Untuck if you, and this can go for the belly as well, or have the side where you have one part of the shirt out, one part in. Don't just have everything really tucked in really tightly because then we can see. We don't want to see it, okay? And you don't want us to see it. And again, wear a body shaper. Body shaper is your best friend, honey. Okay. All right. We're gonna go with the bottom. The bottom. The bottom half. Okay. All right. We're gonna go on the bottom half of our body parts. Let's go with the big booty. That's for my bigger on the bottom. Y'all know. For the bigger on the bottoms, what you can do is one thing you can do with bigger on the bottoms is staying away from pleats, the flat pockets, everything that I said. We're trying to create curves that I've said in the past. You already have the curves. You don't need to create them. And you're just going to make them look even bigger because your butt is already big. So you don't need to have that. You can wear more of a stronger material, wools and things of that sort. So it just definitely doesn't make it more, what's the word I'm trying to say? It smooths you out, if that makes sense. Smooths you out a little bit more. But with that, make sure you're contouring your waist and make sure that you are balancing out your look. So it's just not just huge bottom. Flat booty. For those who say, I ain't got no butt. So what would I do to get a booty? Well, there have silicone pads and padding if you ever want to purchase those, but I don't say you need to do all that. You don't have to do all that, but if you want to, you can. But to just accentuate your body and balance you out, you can definitely wear jeans and bottoms that have more of a structure, that gives you like the curves that I've already talked about. Definitely that items that I would say not skin tight. You want items that's going to flare. If you do like a A-line dress, just make sure your top is definitely balanced out with your shoe. You definitely just want to play it up. You can play up the bottom a little bit more. Like bring attention to, say you have a sequence A-line skirt on, and then you have a nice cute blouse top, flowy top with a nice heel. That's going to give you the curve look. Okay. Wear tops that hit the middle of your butt. This is a secret, okay? Because something that I've done myself. I don't say my booty's not flat, but it's not like perfect, like that apple bottom. I have that apple bottom. Mine kind of like that. It has a little on the bottom. So what I have done in the past is definitely make sure that I've worn tops that have hit the middle of the butt. So it makes you give an illusion that you have some booty because you can see little booty cheeks. Even if it's kind of flat on the top, your top of your shirt is basically hiding that. So it's giving you a little illusion of booty. Okay? As a tip. If you have wide hips, I'm going to say no to tapered because it's going to show your hips. Make sure you accentuate your waist. Show off your shoulders because that's going to give you a balanced look. Balancing the look, right? If you have wide hips and if you have pockets that flare out, you can get your tailor to actually sew them in. This is something that you can have done if you want to, but if they actually flare out, it's just going to make your hips look even bigger. Unless you are okay with that, but if you are somebody who just doesn't like that look, those are some tips for you. Narrow hips. You're like, I ain't got no hips, honey. I have no hips. And this goes again for like more of my inverted triangle, which if you don't have any hips, we're going to create some. Look of it. Peplon shirts, peplon skirts, everything that kind of has that flare out, it's going to make it look like you have some hips, right? A-line skirts, pleats, pleating. Pleating definitely gives you more of an illusion of having a bigger hip and bigger booty. So, yay. The athletic or thick thighs. If you have thick thighs, it would say go wide pants. You don't really want to do skinny jeans because it's just going to show that you're thick thighs. Unless you're trying to show off your thighs, of course. But if you're like, my thighs are so huge that it doesn't look right with anything I have on, I would definitely say go with a wide leg jean, wide leg pants. Stretchiness for sure. Once again, the vertical lines because it's going to elongate you, not the horizontal. It's going to make it look more wider, right? If you have thin thighs, and you're like, my legs are super, super thin, my thighs are super thin, I would say definitely do more patterns, right? Because it's going to give you the illusion of thickness. Horizontal stripes instead of vertical because it's going to give you illusion of width, right? Right. Muscular or thick calves. Now the calf area is where your muscles are just naturally on the thicker side. Your calf is where, what was it, your calf area is from your thigh and before your ankle or before your foot. So that's your calf, right? So if your calf is just muscular or thick, which I see nothing wrong with, but if you're like, one thing I would say is if you wear ankle straps or lace up on your legs, then that's going to draw attention to your super thick calves, right? Depending on what you're wearing. Trying to think. If you wear pointy-toe heels, as I said in the past, they elongate your full look. So that is something to definitely wear. If you wear, of course, black, it's always going to make it look thinner. But we don't just want to be looking goth all the time. Or just looking, because we want, and black is chic, for sure. Absolutely, it's very feminine. But we just want to make sure that we are not just wearing one color. We want to be, unless that's just your signature. But we want to make sure that we're looking colorful, we're looking chic, we're looking vibrant. We are just not sticking to this because we just want to look slimmer all the time. And black doesn't always make you look good, no matter what people say. Okay. Thin calves. If you have thin calves, you can go wide again on your jeans. You can wear a midi skirt. So a midi skirt falls right where that calf area is in the middle of the calf. So it's definitely not going to overwhelm the look. It's going to look and you're just going to see your ankles more. It's going to play up your ankles more. So if you like your ankles, I would say opt for a midi skirt. That makes sense. And I could go on and on and on about our different body parts. So, and the video is already longer than I expected. So, we're almost hit, I think we're like at 25 minutes. We're going to 30 minutes. So, if you ever want to hear about any other body parts, I'm typically like, oh, Toy, you didn't get to feet, you didn't get to her ankles, then just let me know and I'll make another video. But I just don't want videos to be like super long. Hopefully, like these were some good tips for you, definitely to help you understand what you can do if those are some trying body part areas for you. Um, I hope that helps. And of course, as I always say in all my videos, you can always email me, closeinvite@gmail.com. Go to my website, www.closeinvite.com. I offer free consultations. Follow me on all social medias at Closet Invites. And I have a free body type guide in my description. If you have anything else, just leave me a comment, engage. Make sure you subscribe so you get to these next videos. I'll be dropping these gems because I'm just here to help all of us women look and feeling amazing and fabulous every single day. Why not? Y'all have a good one.